party head of the Trykesten Truffle Growers Union told La Provence newspaper that he had advised fellow producers never to patrol their fields with a gun because the temptation is too high. Lefebvre put it well. Truffles bring out the dark side of people. It's like money lying on the ground, but it's perishable and mercurial. Truffles are not the only fungi to attract animal attention. On the west coast in North America, bears upend logs and dig out ditches looking for the prized matsutake mushroom. Oregon mushroom hunters have reported elk with noses bloodied in their hunt for matsutake in sharp pumice soil. Some species of tropical rainforest orchid have evolved to mimic the smell, shape, and color of mushrooms to attract mushroom-loving flies. Mushrooms and other fruit bodies are fungi at their most conspicuous, but mycelium too can be a lure. A friend of mine who studies tropical insects showed me a video of orchid bees crowding around a crater in a rocky log. Male orchid bees collect scents from the world and amass them into a cocktail that they use to court females. They are perfume makers. Mating takes seconds, but gathering and blending their scents takes their entire adult lives. Although he hadn't yet tested the hypothesis, my friend had a strong hunch that the bees were harvesting fungal compounds to add to their bouquet. Orchid bees are known to have a taste for complex aromatic chemicals, many of which are produced by fungi that break down wood. Humans wear perfumes produced by other organisms, and it is not uncommon for fungal aromas to be incorporated into our own sexual rituals. Agar wood, or oud, is a fungal infection of Aquilaria trees found in India and Southeast Asia, and one of the most valuable raw materials in the world. It is used to make a scent, dank nuts, dark honey, rich wood, and has been coveted at least since the time of the ancient Greek physician Dioscorides. The best oud is worth more, gram for gram, than gold or platinum, as much as $100,000 per kilogram, and the destructive harvest of Aquilaria trees has driven them to near extinction in the wild. The 18th century French physician Théophile de Bourdeaux asserted that each organism does not fail to spread exhalations, an odor, emanations around itself. These emanations have taken on its style and its demeanor. They are, in fact, genuine parts of itself. A truffle's fragrance and an orchid bee's perfume may circulate beyond the flesh of each organism, but these fields of odor make up a part of their chemical bodies that overlap with one another like ghosts at a disco. I spent several minutes in the truffle weighing room, lost in the aroma. My reverie was interrupted when my host, Tony, the truffle dealer, bustled in with one of his clients. He closed the door behind him, sealing in the smell. The client inspected the heap of truffles on the scales and cast an eye over the bowls of unsorted and unclean specimens ranged across a grubby workbench. He nodded to Tony, who tied up the corners of the rag. They walked out into the yard, shook hands, and the client drove off in a smart black car. It had been a dry summer, which had resulted in a poor truffle harvest. The price reflected the scarcity. Bought directly from Tony, a kilogram would set you back €2,000. The same kilogram, purchased at a market or a restaurant, would cost as much as €6,000. In 2007, a single 1.5 kilogram truffle was sold at auction for £165,000. Like diamonds, the price of truffles increases non-linearly with their size. Tony had a warm manner and a dealer's bravado. He seemed surprised that I would want to join his hunters and didn't get my hopes up about our chances of finding any truffles. You can go out with my guides, but you probably won't find anything, and it's hard work. Up and down, through bushes, through mud, through streams. Are those the only shoes you have? I assured him